This is the Lexus RX 450h F-Sport design. Now, it keeps the same plug-in hybrid system as the standard Lexus RX, so you get the same low emissions and low fuel consumption that you need, but because of the F-Sport design pack, it means you get the sporty styling you desire. Now, the F in F-Sport stands for the Fuji Speedway racetrack in Japan, and that's where all of Lexus's F and F-Sport badge cars have been developed over the years. Now, the styling of this F-Sport design model pays homage to that, but of course this is still a practical SUV and not a racing car. But if we look around the front, you'll see that the styling is quite different to that of a standard RX. You've got this black mesh grille, which is much more sporty looking. You've got these silver inserts down low on the bumpers. And if you look to the side, you've got these extra air intakes, which have neat little fog lights down the bottom. If we look back down the side, you'll see these gorgeous 21-inch alloy wheels finished in a gloss black, and of course the F-Sport badge here on the front wheel arch. Coming around the back, you'll see that the rear bumper has been given diffuser-like styling with more of this black mesh at the sides. And the Lexus RX 450h F-Sport design also comes in some exclusive colours, including F-Sport white and this rather lovely azure blue. The cabin of the Lexus RX 450h F-Sport design is actually pretty much the same as that of the standard RX. Clearly, Lexus felt that there wasn't much of a need to change anything in here. To be honest, it's kind of hard to argue with that. There's lots of technology on offer. Here in the middle, we've got a big 14-inch touchscreen, but thankfully it has kept these nice little tactile rotary controls for changing the cabin temperature, which means you can do that without taking your eyes off the road too much. There are some very handy buttons here too on the steering wheel, which use the Lexus Touch system. Now, what that means is if you rest your thumb or your finger on the pad, it'll call up a little menu in the heads-up display. Brushing or sliding your finger on the pad will select a different function, and then actually a proper physical press will activate that function. So it's quite a good way of still having physical buttons that you can feel and use when you're on the move, but with that kind of haptic multifunctionality as well. The main instruments are here behind the wheel on a digital screen, but the good part is that they're replicated on the head-up display, which projects onto the windscreen. And that shows you important things like your speed and your sat-nav directions. And crucially, it means you can get the information that you need without taking your eyes off the road as much. Now, as we said earlier, the whole point of this F-Sport design model is to give you sporty styling, but with good efficiency. Now, the RX 450h has official CO2 emissions of just 25 grams per kilometre, and again, official WLTP fuel economy figures of just 1.1 litres per 100 kilometres. Those are laboratory figures, but the good news is that the RX 450h F-Sport has very impressive performance in real-world conditions. It uses a 2.5 litre petrol engine combined with 2 electric motors and an 18.1 kilowatt-hour battery. If you fully charge that battery up from the mains, Lexus says that you can do 65 kilometres on just electric power alone, and a little bit more than that if you're just driving around town. Take it on a longer journey, and I have done this, and the good news is it will actually give you better long-range fuel economy than many of its diesel engine rivals, which is very good news indeed. Total power on offer, 309 horsepower, and the RX 450h can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 6.5 seconds. The Lexus RX 450h F-Sport design neatly treads that line between giving you the sporty styling that you crave and the efficient driving that you need. Not a bad combo, that.